Last weekend's rain might have turned the Elk River into a haunted one for some unadvised visitors. Because of the flash flood that hit the campground where the Elk River Haunted Float is hosted, about 6 mannequins got lost in the water and might still be floating in the river. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has the story.
The Elk River Haunted Float in Pineville is supposed to be scary for its visitors, but their guests might not be the only ones getting to feel their skin crawl in the river. The owners of the haunted adventure estimate that about 12 arms, 6 torsos, and 8 legs are somewhere down the river. All of the body parts belong to the attraction's mannequins, which were dragged to the water when the river floated because of heavy rain.
We were setting up the riverside for the float part of our adventure, and we set out about 6 different mannequins and torsos and body parts for the floaters when they went through the adventure, having no idea that this cliff behind me that is 6 or 8 feet down would ever be covered in water that night.
The McDonald County Sheriff's Office said that they haven't received any calls about the pieces of bodies floating in the river, but Captain Chris Allison advised people to call 911 if they see something out of the ordinary.
We would rather them just call us and we will determine, in case it is an actual body part, we wouldn't want anything tampered with at that point. We will respond as we normally would, but our deputies have it in mind that these mannequins were lost, and that is something that they need to consider whenever they're responding.
I hope it doesn't cause any problems for emergency services seeing something in the water like that, but I don't know where they are. I don't know where to get them, but if anybody finds them, they can bring them back to me.
The ground is still pretty muggy from the water that got up here because of the flood last week, but the mannequins were not the only victims. This 13-foot ghoul also ended up in the water.
We came out here and the only thing we could see was the 13-foot ghoul with his hand sticking out. He's a little crooked now, but the magic of Halloween is we plugged him back in the next day and he worked.
Now, with the Halloween magic working in their favor, the haunted cabins and scary trails are ready for visitors. In Pineville, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
Today's the opening day for the Elk River Haunted Float. 41 actors and support staff will be there every Friday and Saturday of October.